For 11 McDream-like seasons, our first guest was one of the horniest doctors at the horniest TV hospital ever. You can see him now singing and dancing his heart out in the long-awaited sequel, Disenchanted, on Disney+. Say hello to Patrick Dempsey.
Thank you.
You just get more handsome each year. It's ridiculous.
And you as well, thank you very much.
I don't know about that, but it's good to see you. Hey, there's something I want to ask you about, and,
yes.
And actually something I might need your help with.
Okay.
About 6 weeks ago or so, you got this, you were named a Disney legend.
Yes.
At this D24.
Yes. Thank you very much, thank you, thank you.
And this is like a big Disney event, and then because you were on Grey's Anatomy, how long were you on Grey's Anatomy?
It was 11 seasons.
11 seasons.
I think 243 shows, something like that.
ABC, owned by Disney, the Disney Corporation.
Correct.
Now, I've been on ABC for almost 20 years. 243, that's like a year's worth of shows for us.
Yes.
And I am not a Disney legend. Yeah.
Not yet.
Well, not yet, but...
But you have a star, though. I don't have a star on the Walk of Fame. You have that.
You don't have a star on the Walk of Fame?
But you do.
Well, we're gonna change that.
We have to work together. Maybe we can help each other out.
Yes, that would be great. That's a great idea.
If we team up, I can get a star. And
How
you can
sad
be a
will it
legend.
be when they're like, yeah, of course we'll give Patrick a star, and they'll be like, no, he's not a Disney legend. We're giving it to Goofy instead.
Yeah, exactly.
What privileges come along with being a legend of Disney?
I get Disneyland free passes.
Is that right?
Yeah, I don't have to wait in line anymore.
For your whole life?
Thank you. So if you want to go, call me. I'll take you.
The first movie you ever did was a Disney TV movie, right?
It was the movie of the week that they would do on Sunday nights. I believe it was, 86 maybe?
1986?
Yeah, something like that. So, yeah, it's been a long time.
Beau Bridges was in it with you?
Beau Bridges played my father. I played a character who had epilepsy.
Uh-huh.
And I believe he was suing his parents to get this special surgery to prevent it from happening. And
the boy who sued his parents?
Yes.
And we happen to have a trailer from that.
Oh, no.
Coming to the Disney Sunday movie.
Are you always this nervous? Only around people.
His life had just begun.
He's built up a tolerance to the drug.
This operation splits your brain in half.
This is the last chance I've got.
The answer's no.
Now he's fighting for a new life.
I'm being sued by my 16-year-old son.
Karen Valentine, Beau Bridges, a story of love and courage, a fighting choice.
Wait, you blew up your parents' car?
Thank you. That's so funny.
You are a Disney legend. I mean, that settles it.
I mean, that's where I sealed the deal with that performance.
You, at that event, I believe, you had white hair. Here's your thing. Now, I have to say, you do, and I'm not just being cute here, you have beautiful, beautiful hair. Were you really nervous about dyeing it white, about turning it white?
Well, it wasn't supposed to be that white. Initially, I went into... I was in a film. I just finished a film about Ferrari.
Uh-huh.
And I play a character who's a race car driver in the 1950s. Piero Taruffi, who wins the Mille Miglia in 1957. He was
She's
a
like,
silver
hey,
fox.
What's going on over there?
That's the character. And that's the hair color we were going for.
And that's the hair color you're going for. The first time they do it and you look at it in the mirror, do you freak out?
Well, I was constantly texting my wife. It's like, is this the right direction we're going in? Because it was yellow. And she's like, no, it needs a toner, it needs other things. And I'm like, okay, well, let me talk to the hair people. So it took a considerable amount of time to do it, like 6 hours. And by the end of it, you're frying your skull. Basically, your scalp is just peeling off by the end of it because of the chemicals.
I'm surprised this is even legal because your hair, I think, might
I don't know how women and people do it. It's just like...
But nobody does that, right? Nobody makes it white. I mean, right? I mean...
No, it was very popular. A lot of people called me after this.
Just you and Barbara Bush, I think.
Well, she did a good job with her roots because you never saw them. So I'm impressed with whoever her hair person.
You must be so psyched to be in that Ferrari movie, huh?
It was like a dream job yeah, without question.
Because you love car racing. That is really what you love more than anything. More than your family, even, right?
No. They asked me that question last night, and I kind of snuck it in my boys after going to the
They did?
Do you love us more than racing?
They
I'm like,
did?
yeah. I'm like, of course I love you. They're like, Dad. I'm just joking, I'm joking. But I got their attention, then we started talking about racing. It's funny because my sons, both of them are getting ready. They're at that age where they start to learn how to drive.
Oh, are you going to teach them?
Well, I have been. We've been driving, and they've been doing a great job, so.
Do you tell them they're going too fast?
All the time, constantly.
I mean, that's...
I'm like, slow down.
Yeah.
Like, Dad, stop.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really say that to them.
Not when my behavior is not really,
Is a
the
Ferrari...
perfect example of what you should be doing on the road.
As a car lover, driving a Ferrari, when you I guess there's no key, right? There's no key in what I get. Well, there is in the street ones.
Well, in the street cars, yeah.
Yeah.
The race cars, there's a different type of key.
Did you get just an incredible surge of pleasure when you turn that engine over?
Yeah, because I do all the driving, so I just constantly would get in the car and we'd just drive all day long, and we'd recreate these sequences in the movie where they're racing the Mille Miglia, so it was fantastic.
Was that one of the conditions? You said, yeah, okay, I'll do it, but I need to be the guy driving the car.
Michael Mann is the director. He's an incredible director.
Michael Mann, yeah.
And he's been trying to make this movie for over 30 years. And I've been stalking him for the last 10 years, begging him for any role in the movie.
Yeah.
And then I heard it was going with Adam Driver playing Ferrari. And I called him up immediately. I was like, is there anything for me in the movie I really want to be a part of? He goes, well, let me think about that. And then he called me back and he said, would you like to play Taruffi? And it was a dream job. I loved it.
Yeah.
And to be in Italy, certainly it takes place in the 1950s, so you have the costumes and you have the romance of that period. The cars are incredibly deadly.
Yeah, right.
And you think about that.
No airbags in those cars.
No airbags, no roll cage, nothing like that.
Yeah, and they didn't outfit them to be safer?
We had a little bit of a cage, but there was no roll cage, so we were racing without that.
Wow. All right, well, we're going to take a break. We'll talk about your new movie that is out now. It's called Disenchanted.
Fantastic.
Patrick Dempsey is with us.
It appears you've forgotten your sword.
Oh, no, I don't have a sword.
Oh, I just assumed that now that you're a country squire, you'd have more need of a sword.
No, still a lawyer.
Ah, tragic. How desperate you must be to truly do something.
I do a lot.
Yes, of course. A brave front is required to face a life as barren as this. Perhaps this will help. It's yours.
Oh, no. No, I couldn't.
Oh, no, you must. Robert, this sword and I have slayed many a beast. And seen magnificent adventures, testing both body and spirit. May it do the same for you.
Thank you.
That is Patrick Dempsey and James Marsden in Disenchanted, which is the sequel to Enchanted, which you did, what, 15 years ago?
It was 15 years ago.
That's crazy.
Really crazy.
Was that before Grey's Anatomy? Or
no, right around the beginning.
over?
It started at, I think it was right after the first season of Grey's Anatomy. I went in to do this movie.
You sing in this one?
I do. I sing and dance in this movie.
Were you...
Thank you. It was a great experience.
Were you excited about doing that, or was it something you were
The
not
dancing
looking for?
I was okay. I was comfortable with. The singing I was a little nervous about.
Because there was
Petrified,
a musical episode of Grey's Anatomy, and you did not sing on that one.
No, I did not.
Was that... I'm curious, did you say I don't want to sing, or did they say, no, you don't get to sing, or how did that go?
I elected not to sing.
You elected not to sing.
Yeah.
So they went around and said, it wasn't like you
I
had
was
a
not confident in
staff
my singing
karaoke
ability.
night, and they were like, yeah, no, he's not going to sing.
Yeah, no.
We're going to let Ellen sing, like one of those
She has
deals.
a wonderful voice. It's a shame she didn't sing.
She's leaving the show. I don't know if you heard, because she got caught stealing Band-Aids from the set. They
Really? Finally, they caught her.
Yeah, and they had to sadly had to let her go.
Can you imagine what she would have in her house now from 19
man,
seasons?
if I ever get
Like
a
a full
wound,
hospital in the
I'm
basement.
headed right there. Yeah, for sure.
Hey, do you have this? Yeah, I need it.
You do you find you get like better attention at the hospital because of that?
Absolutely.
You do, really?
Yeah, I get right around the line completely. Go right in, I do a consult, and I'm good to go.
Do you ever meet people who say I became a doctor because of that show?
I have. I've met them.
You have?
Yes, who have said it was because of the show. They've gone through medical school, and now they're practicing. That's how long the show's been on.
Wow.
Yeah,
And,
that's the greatest thing about the show. I think.
You wouldn't be treated by one of those people, though, would you?
It would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You get a consult from one of those
Yeah, it
young
seems
interns.
like, I guess when you remember when L.A. Law was a big show, and then all of a sudden there was this huge influx of attorneys because people thought that's how it was going to be.
Yes.
And boy, it isn't.
The reality is.
The reality is quite different.
Yes. But what right now is there's a real crisis in the nursing, field. That's where we need to get young people in there.
Yeah, we need to do a show about nurses.
And support the nurses.
Yeah, you might have to go back,
He comes back. He has a brother.
Kids are watching Grey's Anatomy now, like teenagers, like crazy.
Second generation,
yeah. And I imagine you get approached by these kids that weren't even born when you were on the show.
Technically, yes. Yeah, that's right. Which is really, it's amazing the power of that show and how long it's lasted and the impact it's had around the world. It's changed my life profoundly, my family's.
Yeah, and thank God you look good, too, because otherwise it'd be like, oh, McDreamy.
I've had some great comments.
Like a McFlurry.
This is what you really look like. Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Well, it's very good to see you.
Great to see you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, you're here for a few more years.
That's right, and congratulations on your Disney legendary status. We'll work together and see what we can do.
We'll work together on that.
Patrick Dempsey, everybody. Disenchanted is on Disney+.